Nice ball. That was random.
No one can save us from keeping clear. I don't wanna lose you, I don't wanna lose you now. 'Cause there is only one thing on my mind. Hey, I just wanna see you while I look great.
You know what? I think it's time for a new logo. I know it. I'm gonna call my friend Jessika Savage. She's the best. Hey Siri, call Jessika Savage. Hey! Yeah, you're the best graphic designer that I know. I have a job for you. Yeah? You're in? Yes! Let's do it! Okay. Okay, bye. I'm Jessika Savage, also known as Jessica Catastrophe on the internet. I am a professional graphic designer, illustrator, and art director, and most importantly, a roller skater. How did I get started skating? Well, I think like most people, I roller skated a lot when I was a kid. I used to always go to the skating rink. It was like the only thing to do in our small town. And as I got older, I got more into rollerblading. I was always building little jump ramps at the end of my driveway and going to the emergency room. And then I forgot about roller skating for the majority of my like teenage and adult life. And I went to a pop-up roller disco here in Chicago and put on a pair of 8 wheels and realized that it was an immediate tap back into my childhood. And I was hooked. So in August of 2018, I got my first pair of Moxie roller skates and took my first ramp skating class. And I have been absolutely hooked and obsessed with all things roller skating since then. I think one of the most amazing things that I've found about the roller skating community and this sport is that it is such a community globally. My favorite memories, we were really fortunate last year to get to travel around parts of Europe and South Africa, and I brought my skates with me and would just find Chicks and Bulls chapters or just I would just search skate park, like location pins on Instagram and just find skaters and like ask them if they wanted to meet up and skate, which feels super scary and weird. But every time I would do it, I would meet these amazing skaters who were like all different levels. They came from all different backgrounds. Sometimes we barely spoke enough of a common language to get by, but you didn't even need that because you could just show each other tricks and kind of help each other learn. And it's so cool to be able to connect in this way with people that I would have never met through this sport and through making art around skating. And I really, really, really want to keep doing that. I want to keep traveling and finding other skaters and just meeting all these amazing people from all walks of life, but we all have in common our love for being on 8 wheels and being like transported back to our like childhood selves in a way. And I think that's one of the really amazing things about the community that we find even online, through YouTube channels and Instagram and Facebook groups and all of these things. You know that you have a community out there, and no matter how many times you fall down, you know that everybody else around you in that online and global community has done it too, and there always is somebody there to help pick you back up and give you support and cheer you on for your victories and all of that. So that's one of the most amazing things about roller skating and just getting into this community and this sport. Well, in my 9-to-5 job as a graphic designer and an art director, I'm always working for other clients, and I'm always making things for them, for their brands, for their interests. I don't have as much of a say in the subject matter. And a great way for me to kind of unwind from that but still be creative is to make things around what I'm passionate about, which is roller skating. So everything from painting my ramp to designing stickers and t-shirts, and even doing branding for other roller skaters and other roller skate related businesses is kind of the way that I marry those two things and turn my passions into design projects. Yeah, as a graphic designer and an illustrator, I think one of the things that I really want to keep doing with roller skating and within the roller skating community is doing collaborations, like making this logo for Rebel and for queergirlstraightskates, and collaborating with other skaters on, you know, whether it's merchandise designs or logos, or just making goofy art, like putting a van on a plate and making a van skate. You know, making this art and collaborating and like kind of getting to interact with other people in the skate community like through this is super rewarding, and I want to keep doing more of that. It definitely brings me so much joy, and I would love to have more of that in my life, and you know, keep making cool skate art. So this project came about because Rebel was looking for some animated intro for her Queer Girl Straight Skates YouTube channel. And I hit her up and I told her, you know, hey, I'm not really an animator, but I'm a graphic designer. And, you know, in order for you to have like a cool animated intro, you have to start with a great logo that can be part of that. And so we started talking back and forth about, you know, kind of what she wanted and how she wanted to express Queer Girl Straight Skates kind of more as a brand. And we immediately like clicked in this process of like talking through all of these different ideas. We became pen pals, which is the best, and just started like kind of bouncing ideas off of one another, and knowing that she's like super inspired by all things David Bowie. Her dog's name is Bowie, her derby name is Bowie related. We really wanted to like work a little bit of that into the logo design. And, you know, the classic David Bowie lightning bolt makeup over the eye was something that really resonated. And I really wanted to bring that into the design of her logo. And I love that idea of like a lightning bolt being like a strike of an idea or a moment. And I feel like her personality in her YouTube videos always kind of have that like energy to them. So that was something I really wanted to work into the design. And I really wanted to create kind of an icon around that. So we worked that into the Q of Queer Girl Straight Skates. And we also wanted to make it a little bit punk rock, a little bit edgy, give it a little bit of that like riot girl, like I'm cute, but I will punch you kind of a vibe. So we worked in this containment device with like a label maker's, like very like DIY scrappy punk rock, which I think also kind of speaks to her brand. Like she does it all herself. The girl can do everything, and I think that's just like an additional personality of this brand and of the logo. So my design process always starts with my notebook or my sketchbook or whatever random pieces of paper I have laying around. I just kind of do a lot of free association with like the words involved and the subject matter. So knowing that Rebel has this link with like David Bowie, and kind of we wanted to go for this really 70s funky meets like 90s grunge kind of look. So I immediately just kind of started sketching out letter forms and ideas around different types of icons and shapes and things like that that we could play with to create her logo. After the initial sketching phase of just like jotting down ideas and drawing things out in my notebook, I usually go either to my iPad or my computer and start finding fonts and color palettes and different things that I think will really help bring the logo and the brand to life and make it feel like Queer Girl Straight Skates. So that's the next step of the process, is just looking through, finding the perfect fonts, altering them, making it really have the personality that upholds the brand and the person behind the brand, especially in this case with Rebel and her YouTube channel. Yeah, it was incredibly easy to design a logo for Queer Girl Straight Skates. I mean, there's so much energy and love behind everything that Rebel does. It's kind of infectious. So when we started talking about what she was wanting for this animation and for her logo, you know, it immediately, like, the ideas started firing off. When we were brainstorming and shooting ideas back and forth, and it was like every single thing that we would say, it was like a build, and it was like, I love that, and what if we did this, and yeah, I love that, and what if we did this, and it just kept going and going, and it was awesome because we really could collaborate and bounce ideas off of one another. Which then would turn into like multi-page long emails and long video calls where we maybe talked less about logos and more about everything else. But all of that like kind of came together to like really, you know, motivate and help build this logo and this design. And, you know, one of the things as we were working through the design process and we kind of came to this this icon mark of the Q, I immediately was like, oh my gosh, we have to like put this on helmets, we have to put this on earrings, like it could be on everything. And just, it like the excitement was just constantly building, and constantly it was just like a yes and like collaboration the entire time. And you know, it was a good partnership when as soon as we finalized the logo and got everything packaged up, I immediately had to have earrings made. Because I mean, you can't have a dope logo and be Queer Girl Straight Skates and not have your logo on some earrings. I mean, you have to. It's just laws of nature. Queer Girl Straight Skates! Thanks for watching this episode of Queer Girl Straight Skates. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I hope you love the new logo. I am so in love with it. Thank you so much, Jess. You have absolutely killed it and outdone yourself. If you need any graphic design stuff done, you should talk to Jess, hit her up. You can go to the link down in the description bar to see the things that she does. She does graphic design work. She also creates stickers and t-shirts and skate designs. She even created the design for these earrings. So this is one of my smaller logos, the Q with the lightning bolt. And there are already stickers up on my Etsy that have the Q and the lightning bolt in red and pink, and also in rainbow and black. So yeah, she killed it. Super excited to see what kind of merch will come out with the new logo. And if you want to support me further, you can become a Patreon, or you can buy cool stickers and stuff off of my Etsy. And until next time, cheers to the queers!